Welcome to this Moving Panels One Shot. Let's have a nerdy little conversation. And, well, you know what? This isn't just going to be any one shot. This is going to be a clash of the panels, as I like to call it. All right, and today we're going to do something a little different and hopefully a lot of fun. We're taking a page, or perhaps I could say we took the entire comic from another podcast called Smash Boom Best, which is one of my daughter Ruby's favorite podcasts.
Yeah.
And since this is her birthday episode, I let her come up with the idea, and this is what we have. So big thanks to Smash Boom Best for the inspiration behind what will be this debate-style episode. And here we go with our showdown. In one corner, it's the show that launched Phase 4 with a bang, rewrote reality, and gave us more grief-based therapy than we expected. It's WandaVision. Representing the show is the marvelous mom herself, my wife, Bethany.
Wanda's the best. Agatha's just along.
All right. The gloves are off to start off with. All right, in the other corner, the show that spun out of WandaVision and made us all say, it was Agatha all along. It's the mystical, musical mischief maker, Agatha all along, and arguing for the newest witch on the block is my daughter Ruby.
Witches born to fly.
All right. Well, for those of you not familiar with Smash Boom Best, here's how it works. We're going to go through 4 rounds of magical madness. Each debater will present their argument, and after each round, I will award a point based on performance. At the end of the episode, we will crown a winner. So let's conjure up round 1, the Declaration of Greatness. So it's time for each of our debaters to make their opening statement, their magical monologue, if you will. This is where they will tell us why their show is the absolute best. Bethany, you're up first. Convince us that WandaVision reigns supreme.
All right, everybody, picture this. The Avengers are over, Vision is gone, and Wanda just wants to live a quiet life in the suburbs until reality itself starts glitching like an old VHS tape. WandaVision isn't just a superhero story, it's a mind-bending, heart-crushing, laugh-inducing TV masterpiece. Each episode is a love letter to a different decade of television. If you're like me and you grew up with Nick at Night, or if you're even older than me and grew up with the shows themselves, you got this heartwarming, lovely experience and exposure to these incredible shows that just shaped our history and shaped television history. It's Marvel meets I Love Lucy, The Brady Bunch, Modern Family, all in one television show. On top of that, it's not just fights and flashy powers. It's moving exploration of grief, love, and resilience. Wanda creates an entire reality out of heartbreak and somehow makes us want to live there too. Sure, Agatha is fun, but Wanda made all of Westview's magic happen in the first place. On top of that, the internet exploded over what it was Agatha All Along. But remember, that song exists because WandaVision's storytelling built up to the mystery so perfectly. We got WandaVision theme songs for each era, Pietro's recasting twist, and a showdown that redefined cool superhero fight all in one series. It was the first Marvel Disney Plus series. It proved that MCU could thrive on TV. It set up Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and planted seeds for future stories like The Marvels and Agatha All Along. Agatha wouldn't have even had her spinoff if WandaVision had not been a success. So in conclusion, WandaVision is the TV event that made us laugh, cry, and rewatch a million fan theory videos at 3 a.m. It's not just Marvel history, it's TV history.
All right, powerful stuff. And Ruby, you get a chance to have a rebuttal. So what do you say to that?
Okay, first of all, you said it's for people who your age who watch Nick at Night and people even older than that. So what about the younger audience? What about them? And you also talked about how it plants seeds for Doctor Strange Madness in the Multiverse, or Multiverse of Madness. Yeah. So that entire show was just for that movie?
Clearly not. It also built Agatha All Along.
All right, Ruby, it's your turn to enchant us. Why is Agatha All Along the most spellbinding series?
WandaVision was all the rage, but then boom, Agatha All Along shoved it out of the way and became better than ever. The spin-off was officially announced November 2021, with showrunner Jack Schaefer returning to expand Agatha's story as a dark comedy focused on her character's witchy origins and trickster nature. And Agatha All Along, Episode 7, the surprise villain twist wasn't just amazing, it conquered. Down the Witch's Road shot #1 on the iTunes soundtrack chart in less than 24 hours. TikTok exploded, Twitter lost its mind. So while WandaVision was playing 4D chess with the MCU timeline, Agatha All Along rolled in, dropped a bomb, winked at the camera, and walked off with an entire fan base in her hand. The wickedest end.
All right, Bethany, you got a rebuttal?
I sure do. Okay. You mentioned that the Down the Witch's Road did blow up. And you are correct in that. It blew up. But every single episode of WandaVision had a new theme song that was catchy and was written by the people who wrote some little ditty that maybe you've heard of called Let It Go from Frozen. Each song was iconic. It also busted out Agatha All Along. So I'm going to say that while Agatha's Down the Witch's Road was incredible, WandaVision had the upper hand when it came to music.
Yeah.
All right. Well, very spellbinding first round. But only one of you can get the point. And even though you almost lost me with the Let It Go reference, I am going to award the first point to WandaVision, to Bethany with WandaVision. Again, the series, it was new, it was bold, it was an instant hit. It expanded the MCU, which did lead to Agatha All Along. For an opening argument, that's kind of hard to beat. All right, next up is round 2, the micro round. In this round, I have given both of our debaters a very creative challenge. And in this case, I asked both of them to dream big, theme park big. So the challenge was, if your show got its own theme park ride or attraction, what would it be? Tell us what it would look like, what would the experience be like, and how it captures the spirit of your show. Ruby, step right up. Take us on a ride through Agatha All Along.
Okay, think of the Haunted Mansion ride. So you sit in the little cart and the entire place looks like the road. As you go along the ride, it shows the first trial, the water trial. It spins you around a bunch of times, and then I'll show them making the potion. Then it shows the 1970s recording studio, and all of a sudden it gets really hot in the room, while the other version of the Witch's Road plays. Once it cools down, you will be moved into a different room, with a giant screen showing a Ouija board spelling out Punish Agatha and Nicholas Scratch. Then you're taken to a room with a bunch of tarot cards everywhere, of course they're all on a screen, and 7 get flipped over, showing the following cards: the Queen of Cups, the 3 Pentacles, Knight of Wands, the High Priestess, the 3 of Swords, the Tower reversed, and Death. Then it changes to a gray room with pink lights. They seem to be going out like a timer, and then a tiny tree grows in the ground. The end.
Okay, very interesting. Very on point, I would say.
I had to rewatch a lot of episodes to make that.
All right. Well, Bethany, time to take us to the hex.
Okay, so I'm thinking, when you're thinking about a theme park, what's the best theme park in the whole world? That's right, everybody. Disney World.
Dollywood. Oh. right.
You know what? Dollywood works too, because inside of a theme park you have different worlds, which is perfect for WandaVision. It sets it up perfectly. So the first world you're going to go to is the 1950s. You're going to have some bewitching bumper cars, maybe even a restaurant where some of the food is floating in the air, something cool like that. I don't know. I'm not an Imagineer. But Disney is probably working on the technology as we speak. Also, it'd be a great place to choke on something because a witch can save you. In the next world you're going over to is the 70s. It's, let's say there's a roller rink, some really cool costume and stores where you can buy some fun things, and also just some really fun disco party areas. In the 80s section, you've got a food court, neon lights, a maze where you can go through, and it's kind of like the trick-or-treating, and it's kind of spooky. Then at the end, it's a more modern roller coastery area, and you get to, I don't know, it's just like a modern roller coaster area, because that's kind of what that last episode was. So that was kind of my idea of Wandaland.
Okay. But you know what? I think I need a fast pass for both of these. So, but only one is going to get the point, and I am going to award that point to Agatha All Along this time.
Yes!
Primarily because Ruby's argument was for a single ride or attraction instead of an entire amusement park.
I went bigger.
So, yes, you did go bigger. But I was thinking maybe you'd go somewhere, if not similar to the Haunted Mansion style ride.
Like a carousel of progress.
Yeah, like a carousel of progress. That was really what I was thinking about. Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's move on to round 3, which is the sneak attack, where there is a surprise challenge incoming. Neither one of them prepared for this. So this is going to be the first time they are addressing this question. You will each have 60 seconds to come up with this. Here is your sneak attack question. If your character had to team up with someone else from the Marvel Universe outside of Westview, who would it be, and why would they make a perfect duo? Bethany, you're on the clock.
The person I think would be perfect to team up with Wanda is going to be Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. I feel like it would be super fun to see the two of them together. Wanda's already got a mothering personality. Kamala is super happy to work for somebody and with somebody that she idolizes. I feel like Kamala would help bring down Wanda's like negative depression and help level her out a little bit more. And I feel like Wanda could teach Kamala a lot and they would work really well together. Plus their powers complement each other very well. So that is why I think Kamala Khan and Wanda would be perfect. And that's all I need. I don't need the whole minute.
Right, 10 seconds remaining.
You use my favorite hero against you.
Yes.
All right, so again, as I said earlier, gloves are off.
I'm offended.
I'm also going to say, like, this episode is really going to show how competitive our family is.
Okay.
All right.
Well, here we go.
All right.
You're going to say, Wanda. No, I'm not.
So 1 minute on the clock. Ruby, how about Agatha's dream teammate?
I'm going to say Valkyrie. Because they both have the, like, I don't care what anyone thinks of me vibe. And they both have, like, secrets. And both of them are very powerful. And I'd say they'd be very good together since Valkyrie has a lot of the strength. And then Wanda has the power to where she can move stuff without even touching it. So, yeah, I'd say they'd be a very good team together.
All right. And Ruby ends with 20 seconds left on the clock.
I agree. That would be a good team.
Yeah.
I think we both made great choices.
Y'all both did. Both very good.
I still feel betrayed.
Good
As
choices
you should.
there. Yeah, that one's a hard one. I think I'm gonna have to think about that one for a little while longer.
You're gonna hold that one closer to the chest.
I'm gonna hold that one. Yeah, I'm not gonna reveal that one just yet. So let's go ahead into round 4, which is called the final 6. All right, so this is the last round. You each get 6 final words to convince me once and for all why your show should win. 6 words. That is all. So make them count. So Ruby, you go first with what are your 6 final words?
The Aubrey Plaza for the win.
Okay. All right. And Bethany, what are your final 6 words?
Queen of Westview beats Witchy's sidekick.
Okay. Ooh, another attack there. All right. Okay, let's think for a minute. Make my final decision. What do we have here? You know what? I think I'm going to ask y'all for one more sneak attack.
Oh boy.
All right.
You planned this.
Here. All right. I think it's too close to call. I might need one more to make my decision. So here we go. Since neither show has or will have a season 2, what is your idea for a season 2 of your show? Ruby, you go first.
Okay, I've already been planning this ever since I saw the last episode of Agatha All Along. Okay, because, spoiler alert, Agatha dies and, we find out that the, spirit of Tommy has gone to another boy. I'd say that the sequel will be a movie called Maximoff. And it'll be about the ghost of Agatha and Billy, William, Teen, whatever you want to call him, trying to find Billy and, explain to him what is happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of an actual season, you would want it to continue in a movie.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Bethany, how about you for a season 2, a follow-up to the season we had of WandaVision?
So my idea for a season 2 of WandaVision is going to be first, they teased with the White Vision in WandaVision. So I would like to see her go out and find White Vision so that they can start she can kind of get that closure from losing Vision. And then on top of that, she also goes and finds Billy and the other one, Tommy. They also go and they can reunite and start their family together and become this powerhouse duo, or not duo, but family, this powerhouse family. And I want it to end happily with the 4 of them actually getting to live together and be a family together.
You know Wanda's dead, right?
Well, so is Agatha.
So is Agatha.
Okay, well she comes back as a ghost.
Okay.
Technically, they're all dead, Ruby.
All right. Well, I got, honestly, this is tough. This is a lot tougher than I thought it would be. I'm honestly going to say that because of that final sneak attack, Bethany with WandaVision wins it out.
Nabbit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry, I should be so excited that I beat my child on her birthday.
Yeah, on her birthday episode.
About based off of a show that I listen to every night.
Yeah. So I will say neither one of you really swayed me too much with the team up, which is why I couldn't make a decision. When we went into the final 6 words, both of you had very good final 6 words. So it was still kind of a tie for me.
Because it's Aubrey Plaza.
Yes. But again, I still hold to, Bethany pretty much relating to, if it wasn't for Wanda and WandaVision, we wouldn't have Agatha to begin with. So that kind of persuaded me. But the icing on the cake that made me ultimately decide this did come down to me
remembering White Vision?
Well, yeah, and I do know there's talk of them doing, I think they're going to call it Vision Quest. But I do like the idea of bringing the characters back. I would love to see Tommy and Billy, even if they're older, I'd love to see them. I just like it better that if they become a family unit. I just think it would be better for the story. I think people want to see that happily ever after, especially for Wanda, even after the events of Multiverse of Madness. So it just edged it out just a little bit for me there. So we are going to go to WandaVision, but really you can't go wrong with either of these shows. We've enjoyed both of them. They are both huge shows for Ruby. Ruby loves them both, as well as the Marvels and Miss Marvel and all that. So yeah, so we may have to come back later and do another one of these, maybe with some of the, Marvel stuff and
Captain Marvel versus Miss Marvel,
stuff like that. So, but thanks everybody for listening to this special episode where we took one of Ruby's favorite podcasts, Smash Boom Best, and we did it our own moving panel style.
With her second favorite podcast, Moving Panels.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for listening. Rate and review the show. Before today for Moving Panels, I'm Laramy Wells.
I'm Bethany Wells.
and I'm Ruby Wells. Thank you, Brains on Universe.
And we'll see you on the other side of the page.